So this is incredibly similar to a normal longtail cast on. When I do a normal longtail cast on, it looks nice and neat as I'm working it, but then I have to turn my work and it doesn't look as neat. This looks like a purl row. So if I'm working stockinette, I'll have to work a setup row that is purling across to get me back to the better looking side. So in order to prevent that, in situations like that, we're going to do a PURLWISE longtail cast on. So you still need to estimate your tail. I always suggest 3 to 4 times the width of your desired project. This strand up here goes to my ball of yarn, and this strand down here goes to my tail. So I'm going to pinch it in between my thumb and index finger on my right hand, and then I'm going to grab both strands with my left hand. I kind of hold them with my last 2 fingers and a little more loosely with my middle finger. And then I take my thumb and index and split them, and then I can let go from my right hand. In order to do this without a slip knot, you need to take your needle and put it on top of the strand and bring it down towards you. Show that to you one more time. Down towards you. So it creates a loop. And now we can start our longtail cast on. So now I have a loop on my index finger. Okay, if I turn, you can kind of see that it creates a loop. So I need to go around my index finger to the back and bring my needle through that loop. So around to the back like this. And then underneath the strand attached to my thumb. So underneath. And then we're going to bring that strand back through the hole in our index finger and then release our index finger. And you can use that finger to kind of retension it. So I'll try and show that to you with a different viewpoint. You can kind of see if I turn my hand that my index finger here creates kind of a loop. So if I bring my needle from back to front, from underneath into that loop around our index finger, and now I go underneath the strand on my thumb, so underneath it. We're going to bring that strand back through the loop in our index finger. Release your index finger and retension. Go from behind into the loop on your index finger. Go underneath the strand on your thumb and bring that back through the loop on your index finger and release. In the loop, pick up, go through, release. In between, pick up, pull through, release. This side is not as pretty. It has a bunch of loops, but if I turn my work, this is the much prettier side. So if I start just knitting across this, this is what it looks like from the right side. It's nice and neat, and you don't have an ugly slip knot to go with it. So now when I turn my work, this is where the bumpy side is. So this is a much neater way to work a longtail cast on if your first row needs to be a right side row. If you can work a setup row, then a normal longtail cast on works. But if you need that first row to be a right side row, then you want to work this version of the longtail cast on. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more. I put out lots of tutorials and free patterns, so you can check those out here. And if you want to shop my knitting patterns, you can find them on Etsy and Ravelry.